Hello everyone, welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Taurus for the week of July 27th. And at this time, I'd like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, as well as all the lovely comments that you leave. Thank you so much for doing all of that for me. Okay. Ooh, starting out with the Three of Cups. So celebration, invitation, nice. Looks like for some of you, you're getting a get-together. You know, finding support, really coming together with people that you get along with. So that's nice to see. But looks like there's a celebration coming in for you. You know, some sort of cycle, support, people coming around you that want to be near you, glad to see you. So that's wonderful way to start for sure. King of Rods. So definitely moving forward, you know, motivated to making a change, taking that step again, making some plans for the future, making plans for a trip as well for some of you. But you're really mastering this one. Like you're really looking at all the ins and outs, where you're going to stay, what you're going to see, how long you're going to be in certain areas, that sort of determination, if this is a travel plan for you. But you are making plans for your future. So this looks like a trip coming up for some of you. Maybe you've wanted to do this for a while and you've just decided that might as well do it now, sort of thing. So that's where you're at this week with that. Six of Rods. Yeah, getting recognition. Absolutely. Feeling more stronger about your convictions, your choices. You know, this is your victory lap, your rewards, your recognition. There's good news coming in as well for many of you. And you've succeeded this week at something that you wanted to, you know, finish up. Now, whether that was getting in touch with somebody, a project that you had on the go, whatever it happens to be for you, you finally completed that. So that gives you that extra zest back. But it looks like there's some really good news coming in for many of you this week. So it really helps you to step forward much stronger in your choices. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, see, there's the yes card from the universe. This is a lucky card. Tangible goods, material gains. Taking care of your health seems to be right up there at the very top for many, many of you. Maybe you're recouping from something, healing, that sort of thing. So you're getting back into watching what you eat, what you drink, doing a little more exercises. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Looking for many of you, you're looking for a financial advisor. Just trying to figure out what to make investments in, what you should be looking for in the future, just getting information so you know whether or not you want to go down that avenue. But this is a really positive card. Like this is, if a job that you have been interested in for quite some time has, you know, been there and you decided, well, I don't have all the qualifications, but I'm going to try for it anyhow. Well, you may be one of those lucky ones that, you know, right time, right place. Eight of Cups, yes. Letting go of things from your past, moving away, understanding this change that you're coming into this week for yourself is going to change your perspective and many things from your past, because you're going to let go of people, places, and things that don't serve you anymore. And probably for many of you, it hasn't for a long time, and you've known it, but you've never really taken any action on it. But you are now. You're letting yourself leave things in the past, whether that's people, places, or things, and stepping out into the unknown, trying something totally new. And yeah, you know, you may not admit it to anybody else, but you're a little bit nervous, but you're still willing to do that. Okay, Ten of Swords. Well, that might explain a whole lot for you. Yeah, you recently had a betrayal of some sort. You know, something came to a painful ending for you. You may have not even showed an emotion when it happened to the other party, but it really wounded you. It was unexpected. and you had trust in this incident and it let you down, but it taught you to follow more of your own instincts. You know, when you have that feeling that something's not quite right. So you're picking yourself up, dusting yourself off here. You're much wiser. You're listening more to your intuition and yourself. You're moving away from this, whoever this was or whatever this was. You're done with it. You won't turn around. And it's probably for the better for you. 5 of Pentacles. Watching your finances. Absolute. Making sure that you have enough for that rainy day. You may have had a recent health problem and it's getting better. So now that's why you're, taking care of your health, taking care of yourself, cutting out bad behavior and bad habits and bad people in some cases, because you want a more different outlook for your future. So you've taken advice from some, but you're also understanding that you need to take a different direction. Some of you, this is in the financial area as well. Maybe you've had a financial loss a little bit here in the past, and it taught you to rethink your finances for your future. And the 3 of Rods. Okay, so definitely looking into travel plans. Making more adventurous travel plans than you have. In some cases, you've never done this before, but now you're really broadening your horizons, looking out to really taking adventures. Some of this is teamwork, communications, expectations, and you've fulfilled your end of the bargains with yourself. So now you're looking to try something different. So like I said, for many of you, it looks like you're planning a trip. You're just trying to lay out the teamwork of it right now, figuring out how you're going to go about it. And the King of Cups, absolutely feeling more empowered in your choices, where you're going. You're feeling more motivated to resolving problems. If in any part of your life there's been problems in any kind of relationships, you're dealing with it head on. You're no longer just, thinking it will fix themselves. You don't want that in your future. So you're taking the ownership of this. You're in charge, and you're more comfortable with talking to people this week than you have in quite some time, because you just feel it needs to be going forward. 2 of Wands. So very nice. Definitely there's new ventures in the future here for you. You've waited for the results to come back. You're trying to make a choice wisely. You've sort of put the little feelers out there, and maybe you sent a text message to somebody or a phone call or an email just to see what the ground looks like on the other side before you make this trip. But you're definitely making the choice this week, which way you're going to go, whether you're going to follow through with it or go someplace else. So you're just waiting for the information to come back to see whether the next go is the right one for you. Yeah, 9 of Swords. Definitely taking a rest. You've definitely been worried and stressed for a while here for many of you, and it took the wind out of your sails. Like, it really set you back in the form of questioning yourself and your choices. But now you're realizing that, and you may have even been sick, like I said, for some of you. Now, sick doesn't mean sick and bad. You can just be, God forbid, I did it to myself, broke a toe. Just something that set you back on something you were planning to move forward on. So you've been stressing and worrying about something, and it sort of puts you in a state of, could I, should I, that sort of thing. But you're getting past that now. You're relieving that from yourself. 3 of Pentacles, yes, definitely checking into whatever it is that you want to do here. There's teamwork, there's communications. You definitely have skills and craftsmanship in everything that you do, and you just really do your studies, do your homework, look into things, really check out things. So there's collaboration here. You're talking to somebody about what your next endeavor is going to be. Maybe you're going into partnership with somebody and you're just seeing if it's viable or not for some of you. Ooh, 7 of Cups. Well, definitely needed to make a choice. There's too many choices right now and you're trying to figure out what's the issue. Why am you're asking yourself, why am I not moving forward on one of these? Because you're spending a lot of time daydreaming about the different outcomes. So it's stopping you from moving forward on something. But there's a decision that you can no longer put off, because it's going to answer many questions in your life once you decide to stop just overthinking it and take action. Ace of Rods. Yeah, you are definitely, there's opportunities here for you. If this is a career for some of you, you definitely finally taking that chance, taking that choice. Like I said earlier, putting that resume for a job that, yeah, you don't have all the qualifications. Just something so simple like that, and you're definitely moving forward on something. Things just seem to be lining up for you. So you've got that spark of inspiration, taking trips, making investments for yourself. Maybe you're trying to make a purchase in the future here. So you're definitely doing your homework, and it looks like you're in a good space for yourself. Going forward, things just seem to be lining up quite well for you. Oh, Chariot, definitely in charge. Looks like there's a trip, and it's going to be by vehicle. And when you do that, you're checking out your car, truck, whatever you happen to own, motorcycle, whatever. But you are making sure your transportation is in primo condition. No problems. You're in charge of it. You know that better than anyone else. So you're definitely making a choice here moving forward, whether you're going to take this trip or not for many of you, but you're motivating to make progress on something. And you're in control of it. And it's going to take some courage for some of you. Maybe you're making a trip to some place that you haven't either been before, or going to see somebody like that, celebration. And you're a little bit nervous about going, not quite sure, but you're going to do it. You are going to take that step forward. And the World card. Nice. Yep, that's a cycle. There's a completion, accomplishments, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, and arrival. Feeling like you finally did what you said you were going to do and see what comes out of it. That sort of attitude. So there's a completion, a full circle. You're letting go of things that no longer serve you, people, places, and things, because you're realizing what's been slowing you down for many of you. Your health is starting to return, so it gives you back that spark of trying to do adventures again. Take trips, do things that excite you. Oh, and the Justice. All right. Looks like you're signing some papers or looking into them. Maybe you're remortgaging your home. It could be taking a permanent job, so you have to sign a contract, whatever this happens to be. But there's justice here, clarity, equal balance in all areas of your endeavors. Some of you, this may be something that's been owed to you for a long time, and you're finally getting it, or getting back it, or paid out for it. But you are definitely finding more balance in your life this week in lots of areas, and that's really exciting for you, because it gives you more insight for yourself. You're feeling more confident moving forward, understanding that everything just seems to be coming together in a more positive note for you. So you're really stepping out of your comfort zone in a good way. All right. Yeah. Page of Swords. Definitely speaking your mind very clearly. Looks like there's a little bit of few disagreements for some of you. Somebody not quite agreeing with what it is you're planning to do. And, you know, if this is a relationship in any form, you're cutting through it. You're no longer accepting people to overstep their bounds. You know, you're definitely watching how you say it to people, but you are saying it because you are just wanting people to accept you for who you are, that you're smart enough to make your own decisions. All right, and your oracle card. Ooh, a windfall of money arrives, or assistance from others. A very successful project. A happy change in your career. Ah, isn't that beautiful? And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.